It's week 2 of the 2022 season. Up next, we'll get a look at Patrick Mahomes. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball, 4 touchdown throws. It's the Chiefs and the Chargers on Thursday night.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football and certainly the loudest as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Tonight we're on to week 2 in the NFL season as we've got a good one here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Well, the Chiefs offense now ready to go to work for the first time, led by Patrick Mahomes, the 20 player.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in week 1. With 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Mahomes now to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
12 more yards there and another first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. And that's
oh, the ball is out. Edwards-Helaire lost it.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yep, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. Los Angeles taking the field led by Justin Herbert, third-year man out of Oregon whose career is off to an incredibly productive start.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play.
So that one overturned. They say the knee the fumble. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
Do you think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. Return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
throwing again on second down. Herbert out left. He's got it to Everett. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Chargers at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And this will be quite a start for them if they can win 2 straight on the road.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't do him any favors. They gave him 2 road games right out of the gate. But the thinking on the team has to be, imagine if we win these 2 games. What a setup for the rest of the season for us.
Herbert on first down now. They'll find Everett there, complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Herbert throwing again. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. 4 catches now on this drive alone. They can't stop it. It's another first down. Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. From the 44, Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. So if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Herbert now. And he comes back with one complete. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner. Of the field. So we've seen many teams marching right to the goal line and not cash in. They got
touchdown Chargers. Donald Parham, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded right around the 8. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. Now, they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well, this defense for the Chargers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. DeAndre Carter back deep. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
To throw again on second down. Herbert, a little short pass. This is Everett. He'll get only 3 there, so he leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. 7 yards for the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And Kansas City's offense now set ready to go. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Got his man complete, Moore. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That one will be incomplete. He caught it but could not stay in bounds for the long connection. 2nd and 10. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Mahomes going to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. 7-7, our score after one. Second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. They'll get it inside the 20. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
First down, a bit of a disaster. Even further. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Butker's kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
I have to think that if maybe they were a little closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert, a little short pass. This is Everett. 7 yards there at a 1st down. Up the middle, it's Michel. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Only a couple there. 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here we go on fourth. Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Looking deep downfield. He's got a man complete. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline, and that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's first and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. The defense gets a hand on it, but he still grabs it. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. They'll look to throw. This is caught. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL and Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength. He's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it, 1st and goal. Didn't quite get the touchdown, but now they're really knocking on the door.
And if you're the play caller, now you're thinking to yourself, what is your sequence? Because you're not just thinking one play here just in case. You're looking ahead as well. I wonder if he's just thinking 3 power plays at max to get the ball in the end zone.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Well, Charles, a look now at their class from this past draft, and certainly for them it began in the trenches. They brought in a guy who was a favorite prospect of many teams, and certainly they're hoping that he's going to have a big impact right away.
And going with a lineman isn't always the most exciting pick for a fan base, but we also know that this is the type of pick that solidifies that position and lets the team worry about patching holes in other areas and getting exciting with other players.
Butker's kick here is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And the L.A. offense ready for this next possession. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Out left, he's got it to Everett. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3. Here's Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw. This one is caught. It's Moore. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. For the defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. To the right side, it's Kelsey. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing now is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And Mahomes going to hustle him up to the line here. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Here's the call.
After review of the play, ruling on the field.
So that challenge is successful one. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he will have a Chiefs first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. He's got the connection to Moore. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes. And he lost the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this. But you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Going deep here for Allen. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Michel running up the gut. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Coming up on 2nd and 7. And it's Michel once again. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Herbert now. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And quickly they get to the line. The final shot before the break for Herbert. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a moment. But first, the NFL season is in full swing. Let's show the good folks what we've got in store for us later this weekend here in Week 2. In the early window, lots of good matchups to choose from. We'll highlight the game in Detroit, a big one for the Lions, as that promises to be a tight one. In the late afternoon games, the place to be might very well be Denver, Colorado, where it'll be the Broncos taking on the Houston Texans. And finally, it's the season's only doubleheader on Monday night. Titans-Bills at 7:15, then Vikings-Eagles at 8:30. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Chargers. And they've had all sorts of success thus far tonight throwing the football, as they're on pace to throw for 300-plus yards if they continue the way they've been going. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half. These two coaching staffs likely going through their final adjustments for the second half. One of these teams is going to emerge. But who will it be? To find out, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Chargers to take over. They were winners last week, defeating the Raiders, and right now they're in the driver's seat here as they start off 1st and 10. They start the second half with Michel on the ground. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Now it's Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30. Search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Mahomes going to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Well, this is the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes going to be caught here left side, Moore. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
As we all know, Kansas City loves speed in the wide receiver position. And Marquez Valdez-Scantling, he's averaged over 17 yards per catch for his 4-year career, and he runs a 4.37 40. With Patrick Mahomes as a quarterback, expect that speed to translate into big shots downfield.
And again, it's Mahomes. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a toss left side for Edwards-Helaire. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Edwards-Helaire. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
On 2nd and goal, Mahomes toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
Butker's kick here is good, and they have regained the lead. So, CD, maybe put a pin in that one as this game progresses. It's a field goal to get some lead here in the 3rd, but boy, you hate settling for 3 when you're that close to the goal.
Well, it certainly pains me to say it, but I do think it was the right call. Now, if they lose, you and I both know that'd be one of the things that gets second guessed. Why didn't you go for it on 4th and goal? But I know the mindset was take the points, get the lead. And by the way, if they went for it and got stuffed, they'd second guess that too.
This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They begin with Michel on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 24, Herbert. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They're leading right now and on the heels of that victory last week against Arizona. 1st and 10 as they start this drive. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now Mahomes. Got his man complete. Moore. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down. Mahomes now to throw. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try to get this offense going with Michel. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
On 4th down, Herbert. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. It was Joey Bosa working his way in to bust that one up.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Over the middle and complete to Moore. He's going to have the first down and then some. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
All you hear from coaches and personnel directors in the NFL, how difficult it is for a rookie receiver to have an impact on the game. So much to learn, so much offense to absorb. Looks like he's picking it up pretty well.
I would say so. And how about that for your first career NFL touchdown?
And I don't know that he envisioned it quite that way, but if he was smart, he probably dreamed about it a little bit.
Extra point by Booker is on target. And that makes this a 9-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Booker on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Chargers ready to take over. And on the last drive, They were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. He's going to let it go end zone for Allen. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. But today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears would have realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. KC's offense ready to take over. Pretty important third-quarter drive for it, and momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Mahomes now on first down. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball. They leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On first down, Mahomes. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. Your Sports. We're back now in KC. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes this a 9-point game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it culminates in a Travis Kelsey touchdown. Deciding not to bring this one out. The Charger defensive unit making their way back out there. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Herbert on first down now. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
Wide receiver Keenan Allen bringing out the rest of this offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Throwing again on second down. Herbert going deep here for Allen. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Chargers on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Herbert under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. He's going to try and go deep again. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Edwards-Helaire on the counter. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Butker's kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. Down to about the 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Off the option, it's Edwards-Helaire. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond. Not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Back to the air. Herbert on 2nd down. They'll find Everett there, complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To the air again, Herbert. And he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert, a little short pass. This is Everett. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Herbert now. Going deep here for Allen. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers' 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Here's Herbert. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Herbert back to the air. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the ball and way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. 3rd and 2, Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Here's Herbert. Looking for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, Herbert. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the 1st down around the 22. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers' 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Herbert operating from the red zone. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Herbert throwing again. The quick slant caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Chargers are able to cut into that deficit. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, yeah, I give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. As the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Mahomes now to throw. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0. And secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now.
In prime time, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, all the eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up, and they show up.
So for Kansas City, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Indianapolis next week. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be on the road.